Hey guys, just Chanel here. So I am in Salt Lake City. I figured I would go ahead and enjoy my layover and take you guys with me. Usually I get in my layovers, like to my layovers really late at nighttime, so nothing's ever open except like restaurants and bars. But it is only, dang, that can't be right. Oh, that's not right because my watch is not set the mountain time. So it's almost 2 o'clock here, which is perfect because that gives me like hours to find something to do. I heard that there is a mall close by, so I'm gonna try and get James a birthday gift if I can find something like really, really good. And so yeah, we're just gonna kind of like walk the streets and talk. Y'all know that applications are open. I have been receiving a ton, like a lot, like it's a little overwhelming, of emails and DMs. So like asking me about the flight attendant job in general. Also, a lot of people, I applaud you guys for going ahead and applying and then coming and asking questions, because I get a lot of people that come and they're like, I'm thinking if I should apply, and I'm just like, girl, like I really can't tell you anything until you like go ahead and apply. Like, can you just go apply? Like, that's how I feel about it. So if you're watching this and you have been trying to figure out if you want to be a flight attendant or not, just apply. And I tell everyone that I've spoken to so far that if you're supposed to have this job, you'll have it. You know, if it's supposed to, if it's for you, it's for you. Like, so yeah, first steps. If you haven't applied yet, just stop watching right now, actually go apply and then come back and watch later. You've got to do some research before you apply as well. There's a lot of people that said they like have applied in the past and they didn't get the job, and I'm noticing in a lot of the resumes and cover letters that some people are focused more so on like the luxury of the flight attendant position, instead of things such as safety and service. And that's really, really important. Like, safety is #1, and a lot of people don't realize that. Like, flight attendants are trained to save your life. We cannot call 911 30,000 feet in the air. They're not coming, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's like super important, and that's something that all companies are looking for in the aviation industry, because like we have to literally keep people safe in the air. Like, whew, I be trying to tell people, you can't call 911. All you got is me. Okay. Okay, y'all, but let's go ahead and walk and talk, I guess. Let go. All right, guys, so I found like a little bench to sit at as I was walking to the mall. I figured I would talk a little bit about the application and interview process. I've been getting a lot of questions, like I said before, and it's just really important to understand the job duties of a flight attendant. I think that a lot of people concern themselves with like uniforms and pay and the travel benefits, when honestly none of that has to do with what the company you're trying to work for is looking for. With the application process, it's really like any other company. They're looking for keywords and key qualities in certain people or in people, and that's pretty much how they figure out the candidates. Like, things such as communication and customer service and safety are super, super important in this industry. Being flexible is very important. So I believe that researching the job, I feel like there's ants on me, but there's not. But researching your job responsibilities as a flight attendant and what is most important to the company you're trying to work for, like the values of that company, that is what is going to mold you in order to pass the interviews. Now with the interviews themselves, be sure to research things such as how they want you to format your answers for certain questions. The majority of the time, airline interviews are, it's like a lot of situational and behavioral questions. They're not gonna ask you, well, they may ask you why you want to be a flight attendant, but it's gonna be more than that. Like, it's not just one of those jobs where you're like, oh hey, my name is so and so and I just love people and I just want to travel the world. Like, no, girlfriend, you're not gonna get far with that. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna walk a little bit more and then we will get into like the travel benefits, which is the fun part, and pay. What else? Oh yeah, scheduling is a big thing, and relocating. You literally continue walking and now it's indoor. So I get what people are saying. Maybe I go to Jake Food. Alright, so I thought the food court was going to be like something amazing, but it's not. So I saw a Cheesecake Factory. I'm going to go there. Oh, okay. But I did see I think it's called Papyrus or Papyrus or something like that. It's the people that make the cards, like the cards at Target. They make the best cards ever, but they have a whole store here. So I'm definitely going to go in there and get James a birthday card because their cards are like such good quality, and I don't know, I just really, really like them. Alrighty, so I'm being fat. This is what I got. It is called chicken Riesling, and it's baked chicken or grilled chicken, whatever. Like bacon, onions, mushrooms, and pasta. Thank you. Alright guys, so my food was amazing. I really wanted to get a salad, but the one that I usually get there, they did not have at that location. So yeah, I decided to be fat. But okay, so let's talk about relocating. Relocating, of course, is a lot different from commuting. If you are basically, I'm just gonna get right into it. If you're in a city where that's not a base for the airline you applied for, you should seriously consider relocating. Now, in my case, I'll give you an example. I live in Atlanta, but I'm based in Minneapolis. The great thing is my company is based, there's a base in Atlanta. So I know eventually I will be based in Atlanta. It may take a year, it may take 5 years. It's not gonna take that long, but I know that it's an option. Like, I can go to Atlanta when my seniority can hold being in Atlanta. But I applied for an airline before where there was not, like, Atlanta was not a base for that particular airline, which means for my 30-year career, I would be commuting. And you just don't want to do that. So if you have a double commute, meaning you may live in a small town where you have to commute to a major city and then commute to your base, I would definitely suggest either moving to that major city or moving to the base. Move where you really want to live, that particular airline has a base. Or, I mean, just make sure, if you don't want to move, make sure that you're applying for an airline that is based like in the city where you currently live. The travel benefits in the airline industry is they're pretty much like the same all around. Of course, the employee, you're gonna travel for free. So like, don't really worry about anything. At the end of the day, like, you will sometimes pay taxes or something, but it's worth it. Like, I mean, if y'all saw the prices of, oh, I should probably go down. If y'all saw the prices of airline tickets nowadays, girl, paying $100 for a ticket to go to China or something, just do it. Go to China, girl, okay? Because usually it's gonna be like $2,000. You also will always have like a travel companion, regardless of what airline you work for. That may be your spouse, that could be somebody that you choose, and usually they're either gonna, oh, this is the AT&T store. They're either gonna fly for completely free, or they're going to have to pay like the same amount that you pay, or maybe a tiny bit more. So freaking pretty in here. I could buy everything in here because, oh my gosh, so cute. Look at these little mugs. Okay, let's find a birthday card. Guys, I got a card. I'm going in Steve Madden. I was thinking maybe I can find some shoes. Wait, there's boots everywhere. I can't fit that in my luggage. Macy's. I'm thinking maybe like cologne, but then I gotta get something else. So last but not least, let's talk about pay. I got a caramel chocolate pretzel. Definitely research. Like this, honestly, this job just requires a lot of research, because although being a flight attendant is being a flight attendant, every company is different. So you can specifically research the company you're interested in working for. And I mean, you can come like really, really, really close to finding what the pay is. I was off by like a few cents when I was researching the pay. So when I went to my interview, they told me what the pay was, and the only reason why I was off a few cents is because they had gotten a raise like from the time that I researched to the time I actually interviewed. Alrighty, where am I? But yeah, if you even look up the average flight attendant pay, that is the true pay. It's the minimum true pay, let me say that. Oh wow, there is like a temple. Hold on, y'all gotta see this. Look at that. It's like a legit, like, I know there's a lot of Mormons here, and then just like a lot of other Christian groups. Oh, I think it's a monastery or something. I don't know, but I'm not going in there. Okay, I need to find a glass of wine. But yeah, the pay, what I tell people is just, it's worth it. You will be able to buy a house if you like, buy a luxury vehicle if you like, within 2 or 3 years if you manage your money right. It's never really about how much money you have or how much money you're making. It's more so about how you decide to spend your money. And a lot of people think, okay, well, if I can make an extra $2,000 a month, then I'll be good. No, it's not about that, because you could make an extra $2,000 a month and then begin a lifestyle that you cannot support anymore because you've gone crazy. So you really just have to train your mind and work with what you got. So being junior, you go ahead and work with what you got, and then by the time you know it, you'll get into a routine of budgeting and making sure that you're spending your money wisely so that you're able to save in years down the line. And I say years, like maybe before 5 years, like by 5 years of being a flight attendant, you'll be making a lot more money and working a lot less. It's definitely worth it. Everyone should be a flight attendant. Okay, I'm gonna end it there so that I can eat my pretzel and go find me some wine. And I really appreciate you guys watching. Remember, you can always DM me, email me. If you have any questions, please let me know. And let me know what other videos you want to see. I'm definitely going to make one on commuting. But if you guys want me to go into detail with any other topics, just let me know. I look forward to it. Thanks. See y'all later.